First.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome in. How's it going, Ryan? Astro, what's up, everybody? Hope you're doing good. But yeah. Good evening. Sorry for the late start to stream today, but I was trying to fix my problems. Apparently, the new NVIDIA driver that came out actually caused problems with Godot. I wasn't just insane and hallucinating. it was real. It kept doing this weird thing where all the lines, like it would like break up elements of it and just like separate it into these little vertical lines. It was really weird. It is an ongoing problem with Godot and the NVIDIA drivers. You can fix it though if you go into a control panel or whatever and set the Vulkan mode to native or something. I don't know, it's this whole thing. But I did that and it seems to be fine now, so... And then I also fixed NVIDIA Broadcast, as you can see in the background. The drivers also broke that, apparently. But it seems fine now. I'm on the older version that wasn't stupid. Man, the new version kind of sucks, guys. I don't know why it's so bad. But yeah, we should be gaming now. But yeah. So yeah, we're good. We're back to normal. NVIDIA Broadcast, it's the thing I use for my transparent background thing. So like I can turn it off. If it would let me do it. It doesn't let me change it live anymore. Weird. I'm not gonna mess with it because it's been very unstable and I don't want to break it. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that. But yeah, NVIDIA Broadcast is just it's like a thing that you can run with NVIDIA cards, and it lets you do like live camera effect stuff. So it's pretty useful because it's really good at getting rid of the background. I mean, it's basically just as good as a green screen. There's some minor quirks, like my mic stand is weird and fading in and out, but honestly, it's like pretty good though. It's kind of actually cool that it does that, 'cause it's just like my mic is floating in the air. But it's easy. I don't have to set up a green screen. That's the big thing, right? That's why I use it. So, yeah, because setting up a whole green screen and getting it to look right, because you have to do a lot of lighting setup, and it's just like, just a whole freaking process, you know? It always sucks so bad to have to do green screens before, but now, you have this guy back here. It's pretty epic. Oh, but yeah. Anyways, today I just kind of wanted to focus on some smaller, like little random bits that I wanted to add in V11, but I didn't really get around to it just because I didn't have time. They're all pretty minor things, but I think it would be nice just to have them. Some of the things I wanted to do was like the skin stuff. I'd love to get working on that and kind of get that set up. I don't know if I'll actually fully implement the ability to do skins for this update or if I'll leave that for the next major update. Hard to say. We'll see. Yeah, just some other random things. I wanted to do like maybe add in a couple animal noises, possibly. I also wanted to maybe take a look at linking the Steam ID of players to their inventory. And that would be a nice thing, because right now in multiplayer, if you're playing on Steam, the players just drop their inventories, right? Which kind of sucks. Not really very fun. So if I linked the inventories to Steam IDs, it wouldn't drop it anymore. It would just be in the player. So it'd be a little easier. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll figure out like exactly what we want to do with that. It might be kind of hard to get that system set up, but I'm not really sure. Hopefully it's not too bad. I think I just have to grab the Steam ID of the player that joins. I don't know how to do that because I haven't done it yet with Godot Steam, but I can't imagine it's that hard, so I don't think it'll be too bad, hopefully. But yeah. Let's keep grinding away at some little stuff. I am pretty tired. I'll try and go 4 hours a day, you know, the usual. But man, I would love to get some Z's, you know. I had to get up really early for an eye appointment today, so I didn't sleep at all. It's kind of a bro moment. But anyways, let's switch over stream chat. So little birdie told me, Maxwell, that somebody's playing Starground, streaming Starground, which is epic. We're gonna take a look.
Alright, now I have a real sword that does sword things.
We're gonna say hello first before we get started.
Put the bomb on the ground far away from your shit. Okay, I'll do that when I get back. Oh! Can I still two-shot you guys? I can. Let's go.
He's got a nice sword. Let's go.
Holy shit, it's the big boy game official. Yo, how's it going, Haven? How's it going? I'm good. What the fuck is this?
I found the chance shrine. Let's go.
I mean, I tempted fate. Oh, fuck. I should have tempted fate.
Tempted fate, dude.
I got some cheese. I'm a fucking...
Special sword. Yeah, that's like the OG sword.
Yeah, I'm the goat. This is according to the very not complete wiki, yeah.
The wiki is pretty incomplete, isn't it? 80 coins and the... Oh, to buy the sword? Yeah.
What'd that do for me? Does that do anything for me, or is it just evil?
The chance
Probably
train.
just evil. Knowing the fucking dead. Today's a bad day. I bet it's gambling. I like gambling. Ooh, chest. Speaking of gambling. Automation.
Yeah, we won't be here too long. I just kind of wanted to hop in and see what's up.
Alright, so I can go left or right? Yo, wait. I got meat. Let's go. Can I put that on pizza? Streaming right now, so I gotta head up. I'll see you again. Hey, yeah, I will. Have fun with this one. Maybe get feedback later. I will.
All right. Yeah, we'll do our stuff now. Just want to see what's up. Want to say hello. Yeah, I need to add all this stuff to the translation sheet. We can probably also work on that today.
I got one cheese. Let's go. Oh no, he gave me other stuff too. What was that?
He's got a lot of dagger blades.
Hell yeah. I can make the... oh, a map? This is your item pickup range. Does that just exist on my inventory bar now? Sick.
Epic. Alright, anyways. Maybe I'll watch that later. Yeah, so translation stuff is something that kinda got pushed a little bit to the side. I wanted to get it all in there and stuff, but... it was so hard getting that update up. I was really like adding in animals, like all the breeding stuff was in like a day. It was like oh man, it was so much work, so I didn't get time to, but we can do it now. I did write down a couple of ones that did need to go in. Or was it was like down at the bottom. Just some random different words that like I wrote out, like continue. I don't think that has been added before. Let me make sure. No, not really. Okay. So continue, I knew we needed accessibility, keybinds, regular and current. I think that's for the stock market price stuff. If there's any other words that you guys have seen that don't seem to be translating, definitely let me know. It's going to take some time to kind of go through the whole list and find all those. We do need to translate the fishing NPC stuff, like you said, Oshik, the new NPC lines. So we will do that. I think I didn't even put it in here. I did put all the descriptions in because basically how that works is I just write it out as the key, right? So like every description that is in should be here. There isn't an animal license yet, but I probably will add that eventually. Maybe we'll see. I don't actually know. That might be that might like be for new eggs and stuff. We'll see. So what's up, Saiku? How's it going? Let's see. I'm just thinking about... Okay, so yeah, the fishing NPC. That is currently, I think, just plain text in the thing, in the Space Hub, so we gotta change that. Going good. Nice, nice. It's epic. Hey, Evanstat, thanks so much for the sub. Man, I wish the overlay would do the stuff it's supposed to. There's the confetti. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Yeah, welcome, man. How have you been? I think it's been a little while. But yeah, it's like I've been doing good. I've been just working away at Starground. Tired. Sort of just planning out the next stuff, next couple updates, you know, as we get closer and closer to release. We're not too far away from release. I mean, we're definitely in the latter half of early access, I'd say. You know, we've got the next update. I think it's we've started to kind of plan it out a little bit. It's going to be dungeon focused. Tired of the usual, dude. Real. Yeah, I'm tired. But But yeah, next update will probably be a lot of dungeon stuff. We're thinking about adding in new bosses and also ranged weapons. Because I think that'd be cool. We were thinking of adding guns, perhaps. Yeah, should be kind of cool. I've always wanted guns in the game because I think guns are fun. There's a lot of different like I'll say Mr. Purple, thank you for the Mr. Pupple, thank you for the follow and for the hydrate. Where's I have to go get my water bottle, guys. I will be back. Just stay here for a moment. I am back. Okay, let me drink the water. Okay. What's your current version? With Starground? The public version right now is the 11.1 or 11.0.1. This will probably be 11.1. So yeah. If that's what you mean by my current version. Been good. Implemented loot and item tables after a conversation, remember. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, let me know if that works out for you. I mean, I've had a good experience with doing that kind of system with Starground, you know, because it's like it just works pretty well. You could do it where everything is its individual like resource, but honestly, I haven't done that just because it's like just too many files, you know? That's my only thing. Like, items don't really need that much data. It's like the name and like a couple other random tags depending on the item, right? So that's why I kind of like the idea of these tables, because it's like I have like whatever 10 tables or something in the game, right? But it's nice because it's all right here. These are all the items I can copy and paste in like a second. You know, if that was a resource, I'd have to duplicate it and rename it and all that stuff, right? It's just so much faster to be able to copy things in a big list like this, right? So but yeah, shotgun. Yeah, so I do want to add in guns, like I want it will be modular, kind of like how we have it set up right now. It's the wrong project. But yeah, more will be kind of revealed on that as time goes on. I'm gonna try and get that system implemented soon so that you guys can test it. But the whole idea is that there's going to be like it's going to be, here, let's open up paint.net. Come on. Save Revit open. But there's going to be like a central gem. You'll see. It's going to be crystal gun. We've got this idea with these like energy crystals. Okay, so here's a blank. So how I'm sort of thinking about it right now, again, this is still kind of early on, so I'm not exactly sure if this is what it's going to be like, but so hey, Sakelas, what's up? And yeah, Ryan, just to answer your question really quick, the way I do version formatting is usually the first number is like indicating the whether it's in like early access development or full release. So like Starground, for example, 0.11.0.1. So to describe what these numbers mean, this one, yeah, like I said, is like 0 is early access, 1 will be full release of Starground, right? And if there were ever down the line like a major upgrade to Starground for some reason, then that would change to 2, but that probably won't happen. This number is sort of the major content update. So think about like major gameplay mechanics, you know, whole new parts of the game, like adding in fishing and animals and all that stuff, right? This one is kind of like still like a content update, but it's more of a minor one. So like I'm gonna do 0.11.1 soon, and that's gonna have Just a couple more goodies that I wanted to get included in with 11, but I didn't, right? And then this last one is basically just a bug fix patch update. So I usually only increment that when it's fixing an issue with the game, right? So that's how I do the formatting. I mean, honestly, you can do version formatting however you want. You could, a lot of games will just do a number. So like V1 and then V47, and it just keeps incrementing that number. You can totally do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I do like this format because it's sort of, first off, it's a standard. A lot of studios will use that and stuff. I mean, everything, programs and games, right? But it's just really easy to look at a glance of like, to tell what's different about it, right? So it's like, you know, oh yeah, this has gone from 0.11 to 12, so I know it's a major update, right? And likewise, if it goes from 0 to 1, it's like, oh yeah, that has been an enormous change. So you can just tell what it is based off of what the number is, which I kind of like, because it helps you keep track of this stuff. Sometimes I'll also add on prefixes. So like for the experimental stuff, I'll usually put an underscore, then say like EX, right? And then put like EX1 or something. So that's like how I do like experimental update, or I can add like little modifiers onto it. So I typically do that when there's an experimental update. And then this is basically just think of like Mojang does it in a different way, like for their snapshots. They do these major versions for release builds, but snapshots are typically, I think it's like the year 25W for whatever, I don't know, 04A or something like that, right? So like this would mean that, oh yeah, it's like the week. So it's like year 2025, week 4, and then A and B and C for the version, I guess, right? So you could do it that way too. There's a million different ones you can do. It really doesn't matter. Just pick one that works for you. But I think, you know, 1.0, 2.0, that's kind of a good, that's my preferred one just because it's so common and widespread. You can say to anybody 2.0 and they know that it's the second version. They don't have to think like V47. Oh, they release it on Wednesdays. That's why it's a W. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it really stands for, but yeah. Plus, if an update needs to be rolled back, you know exactly what version you're going to. That's true, also, right? Because it's like I know that, like, oh yeah, this was the one. If I roll back this one back to a 0, then I know I'm rolling back the patch that I just did. You know, I don't have to think back like, okay, I'm going back to V46. What even was V46? I don't even know, right? And it's just easier for other people to know what I'm talking about when I say that. But yeah. I've decided I'm Brazilian now. I don't think I am. But who knows, maybe. That means week. Yeah, I mean, that's what I assume. Week or Wednesday or whatever, I don't know. I always thought it was week, so it's like week 1, week 2 of the snapshot, you know? But I don't know. I'm sure we could look it up and find a solution. Why not? Minecraft snapshot naming scheme. Year, week, and then a 2-digit number. And then A and B for incrementing. So I was actually right. So yeah, it's... We got 25W for week, and then like 01A for 1. So like if they increment it to another version, it's 02. If they do like a little bug fix thing, it'll increment the letter to like 2B, right? So that's how that works. Yeah, so A and B is more than one release in a week. So if it's the second release of the week, then it would be 2B or 2C. I don't think they've ever gone beyond that. I don't know if there's been a... I don't know, there might have been a D snapshot before. E, F, G, H, J, K, L. What do they do more than 26? And then they get to Z, and then what? AZ? BZ, CZ. God, my whole computer just froze for a minute. That was weird. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, with the gun stuff, I was in here to describe that. So what I'm thinking right now is basically the guns would be sort of shaped like this. Right? So so here would be basically how the guns are going to work is they're going to have like a core gem, right? So that's sort of what we're thinking for like what defines what the gun is. Like what kind of effect does the gun have on people and stuff, right? So that's sort of what that central gem thing is going to be. So we're going to have a couple different ones probably. There might just be like a generic gray one or something that's just for regular damage that doesn't do anything fancy. But we're thinking of having multiple different kinds of gems. So like one is a fire gem, and then maybe one is like a poison gem and stuff, right? So we're just going to have different like, and these are going to be like an energy crystal. So this will kind of define the damage of your gem, and then also the type of elemental damage it does, right? I know it's kind of valid, but guns just are. That's just is what it is. So that's how that's going to work. And one thing that we've worked on too or thought about is a way to actually upgrade your guns, right? Because here's the thing, I don't want just a million of like 1,000 different gems that you have to do, and we wanted some kind of a more permanent sense of progression with each weapon. So what we're thinking of doing is each gem will have an upgrade tier, so you can upgrade gems for coins. So like each gem will have like multiple tiers, maybe 3 each or something, right? Unless it's like a weird rare gem, right, that doesn't really have a tier. So like the gem would like upgrade, you could pay to upgrade your gem over time, right? And so as you upgrade your gem, it does more damage. So like damage goes up. And also for ammo stuff, so guns are not going to have completely unlimited ammo. And how we're essentially going to do that is make it so that you have to recharge your gun. So it's like, think of it as like an energy gun, right? So you're also going to have like a charge on the gun, right? So it's just to kind of prevent people from just spamming the gun everywhere and making it way too powerful compared to the melee weapon, because it's kind of, you want to use it when it's a good time to. So for the charge, basically you're going to have, it's going to be like a battery. So maybe you have like, you know, 100 out of 100 bullets or something, right? So it's like every time that you go into the dungeon, you know, you have this charge, you can go back to the space hub and recharge it, or you can recharge it with the tool bench back at your base. So that's how that's probably going to work. Or maybe an exclusive new building for that. That's probably what I'll do. So yeah, I might make an artifact for that, but here's also the thing, is that the charge, as you upgrade your gun, the charge increases too. So maybe it starts off really low, but then like each upgrade it gets like way higher, right? So that's going to be sort of the idea, that like upgrading your core gem is going to increase the damage that it does, but then also the number of shots that you can actually fire. And we'll probably add in artifacts and stuff too that modify your gun just for fun, because why wouldn't we? So anyways, the whole idea is that you have your gem slot here. This is the barrel of your gun. And then you're going to have a handle down here. And up here will be kind of like optional attachment stuff. So like a laser sight or a scope or something, right? So the gun, when it's fully put together, will kind of look like this, with like the barrel and then maybe like a little scope on top or something, right? That's sort of what we're thinking for the gun. You get the idea. Still a little bit of a work in progress. Yeah, crazy HR, yeah. Different barrels are gonna have different effects. So for example, you have like a pistol barrel that's just kind of short and stubby, and that just does like a normal pistol shot. But maybe we also have stuff that's like a shotgun barrel, and maybe that's like a double barrel. And so that'll change like the spread of how the bullets go. So that'll shoot out in like an area instead of just a single point. And then maybe on the inverse of that, you have like a sniper barrel. So it's like very precise, but also way slower. So these barrels will modify the base speed of your shooting. It's probably just going to be like base speed is 1 shot per second or something. And then depending on the type of barrel is how much faster you shoot. So you could do like a submachine gun barrel or something that shoots really fast. So there's pros and cons, right? Because you have this charge. So it's not always better just to shoot faster, because if you don't have very many bullets, then you might actually want to conserve ammo. You might want to go with the sniper and be really precise with your bullets, right? So it's interesting. I think it should open up for some cool gun builds. But yeah, that's sort of the idea. I've been wanting to do ranged weapons for a long time, but I just never really knew exactly how I wanted it to work, so I am glad that I finally spent the time to do it, right? Yeah, maybe a cowboy revolver skin. We'll see, I don't know yet. It's gonna be something like the charge energy gun and Half-Life. Yeah. I'll be honest with you guys right now. I haven't played Half-Life before. But I imagine that it's what you're talking about, yeah. And there'll be like charging, yeah, so there's gonna be a charging station at the space hub and then at your base also that you can build, right? So that's gonna be the plan. No, I'm sorry. I just haven't honestly done it. I'd like to play. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's just because I'm kind of like too young. I was never really, I didn't really play Steam back in the time when that was like a... Yeah, I mean, I have Half-Life. I have all the Half-Life games. I just haven't played them. I even have Half-Life Alyx. I'll try and play them eventually, but man, it's hard to find time to, though. So yeah. I'm pretty sure I have all of them. I got like the Valve Ultra Pack. The orange box or whatever they call it. So yeah. Okay, I got these keys for the Fisherman in now. So we're gonna move that over to here. Look what the tide brought in. I don't know what he would talk like. He'd probably sound like a robot. Believe it or not. It's crazy to me are the CS players who have been playing since 1.6 who've never played Half-Life. Yeah. The only CS that I've actually played is the oldest one was CSGO. If I'm being honest. I don't think I played any other CS older than that. I played Gmod before. And I've played Portal 1 and 2. I mean, I'm not like a complete stranger to Valve games, but I just haven't ever played Half-Life. I don't know. It you know, because it was like the 90s or something, right? I think, right? That's a long time ago. That's before I was born. So, it's an old game. Gmod is a riot. Gmod can be pretty fun, yeah. Gmod would have stayed popular longer, yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Thank you for translating, Oshig. I appreciate it. But yeah, there's that new one that's coming out now. It's Sandbox. This game. I think there's actually you can play it now. There's like a beta alpha thing that you can do now, or like a preview. Or yeah, where is that? I think there's a beta you can sign up for on the website now. Maybe I should do that actually. Can you get it now? Yeah, so it just adds it, like, you can join the developer preview. It's kind of cool, though. It's basically Gary's Mod, but it's cool. I think it's actually made by the person that made Gary's Mod, I think? It's essentially a sequel, yeah. It's made by Facepunch. So yeah, they made Gary's Mod. They say it's not Gary's Mod 2, but it's basically Gary's Mod 2. So yeah. It'll be really cool. I think once this game's like fully kind of developed out and stuff, and people actually start building maps for it, I think it could be really interesting. So I'm actually kind of excited to try it out and play it. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely, I think it's like, it's got way more functionality than Gmod ever had, because as far as I understand it, it's almost like a game engine in a way. So it could be kind of interesting. I mean, I think you can already play it. Yeah, so it's really cool. There's a lot you can do in it. I mean, I've been kind of keeping up with it a little bit. But yeah. Also, when we play more CS, I'd like to. I mean, I'm down to. It's just it's really hard for me to find time because I'm working on Starground all the time. But hopefully, we can play pretty soon. I'd like to. Screenshots look like a game engine. Yeah, right. Like a lot of these are. I mean, that's the Hammer engine, the Hammer editor. But yeah. Some of this is interesting though, because there's like games in here. Like this is like a top-down. It's interesting. I don't know. What? Hold on. I got a message that Incandescent just found 6 Tree of Wisdoms. We gotta take a look at this. That's not supposed to happen.
You're just a tree though, so I don't think I trust anything you say. I always accept good enough.
What? Oh. No, it's not supposed to happen.
What's your wisdom?
He's supposed to be removed from the... I might have accidentally broken that.
I don't know, man. I just like...
No! Hold on. I feel like that lady with the putting the shapes into the shape box and then they're putting it in the square. It's not supposed to happen. Let me go look at the dungeon script. Did I accidentally remove it from the one-time list? I probably did. What? Okay. Ignore that, guys. Tree of Wisdom showed up way too many times. That is not supposed to happen. I think that was back when I was testing Tree of Wisdom. Oof. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what happened. So that's a funny little bug. That's a funny little quirk. That's not supposed to happen. He's not supposed to show up 6 times. I'm gonna write that down. Fix an issue where the Tree of Wisdom could show up multiple times in the same dungeon and way too often. I've always felt like there was a... Man. So that if statement of special room should be different? Which one? The one where it removes it from the list, down where it says the wise tag, this one? I'm pretty sure that's still the same tag it has. Not wise tree. No, I mean, it should be fine. What it is that, if one Tree of Wisdom has spawned, then it removes it from the list of rooms that can spawn. So what should the if statement be instead? Oh, you mean just for modding? Yeah. Being a game dev and gamer at the same time is rough. It really is, dude. Yeah. So, hey, what's up, John? How's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, sorry about the ads. What's up? We are just working on some Starground stuff today. I realized that the Tree of Wisdom spawned in way too many times, so... Yeah, so yeah, with that, we could probably change how that works. I do want to set up more modding with dungeon stuff. What could probably work with this instead is just have a list of excluded paths, right? So basically we'll have the special rooms, but then also the list of rooms that can only generate once, right? So like special rooms and then one-time rooms or something, right? Because I also have another one that's required rooms and stuff, so I don't know, it'll be interesting. I got I don't know. I do need to work on the dungeon generation script more. This was one of the first things I added, so it was pretty rough when I did it. This could be improved a lot. It's kind of messy in here. I know it is. You guys don't have to tell me. But, yeah. Doing the gun effects recently. Yeah, other than that, just some esports coaching and chilling. Nice, nice. Yeah, I haven't been up to much besides Starground. But every time I try and play a game, I'm just like, I could play this game right now, or I could sleep, and I usually pick sleep, which is a bruh moment, because I would like to actually play games, but I'm just too tired all the time. By bits and bobs, I just mean like random little features I wanted to add. This is sort of a list of some of the things I wrote down that I'd like to add. It's just a minor update. I wanted to like fix some Steam inventory stuff and like, or add some Steam inventory stuff. Shopkeeper NPC voices. I'll see about that. I'm not sure if I will add that this update or not. I don't know yet. I did want to do a little pop-up on the bottom for like when you receive an item in your inventory, because sometimes it can be kind of difficult to tell if you've actually picked something up or not. So having a little more feedback on when an item has actually been picked up. It's either that it's like a thing in the UI on the bottom right, or it's just a little bubble that appears above the player, which I would also kind of like, because it's not is as difficult, because with the bottom right thing you have to look away from the player, you know? I've always kind of noticed that with picking up items in games. It's kind of annoying to have to take your eyes off of your focus. So I think maybe making a little bubble that floats bubble above layer could be better. I think they do that in like Factorio. Obviously, I don't know. Stopped playing games entirely since I started working on my own project. I know, me too, honestly. I mean, I'll play a game every once in a while. Sometimes I try and play some Civ, but like I haven't played any single player games at all. Man, it's been like months. The last one I played was Pacific Drive, and that was like months ago. It's just, yeah, that was like last year or something. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I don't know. It's just because I'm kind of at a spot where there's a lot of work to be done. Hopefully we get a little window in here somewhere to take a break. But yeah. Yeah, polish quality looks like, quality of life looks like, yeah, definitely got to do that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, quality of life with this kind of stuff is always really good. I mean, it's kind of you don't think about it a lot, and people playing don't really think about it, but when it's not there, it's like sticks out like a sore thumb. Even just something basic like rebindable keys. It's like, if you can't rebind the keys, it's kind of like, this kind of sucks. People really notice stuff like that, so it's always good to throw in as much as that where you can. I like playing games with lots of quality of life. So it kind of like, quality of life helps you get past like the barrier between you and the screen, right? The distance in between. So it's like, if a game is really easy to play, then you can just focus on having fun and actually enjoying it, right? Instead of battling with the controls and stuff and trying to figure out how things work. So as a non-default keybind user, I get a bit frustrated when I can't use my own. Yeah, right. I don't usually change the keybinds a lot, but occasionally though, I'm like, yeah. Sometimes keybinds are stupid. So it's always nice to have the option. Oh yeah, also John, I was gonna bring up the one of the jams I've been looking at. I don't know if like, I don't know, when was this one? I think this one might have been April. Okay, no, this one was March. Yeah, I don't know like where you're at. I mean, we can totally, if you wanted to do a jam, we don't have to do this one. We can wait longer. I'm fine with that because I got plenty of things to do. But I mean, let me know if any come up that you think are epic, if you want to do a jam. I would like to maybe do this one. This one's 3 days, which is kind of nice. But I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you're thinking about that one, though. This is the one that Adagon has been helping a lot with, so this is it's looking pretty cool. They built a whole custom website for it and stuff, which is nice. Use RDFG? Oh, that's weird. RDFG. I've never heard anybody say that they use RDFG. That's insane. That's weird. It's the same thing. It's just shifted over a couple keys. It's like using ESDF or... I mean, I know like IJKL because like of Vim and stuff, but... Yeah. Pinky keys. That is true, yeah. Me personally, I'm like, I already got plenty of pinky keys with the control shift and caps, and I like I guess I prefer index keys to pinky keys, right? I guess I could see that though. I mean, if you really need a lot of, if you can't take your fingers off of WASD, but I never really find that I need to. Please don't have Makari. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, it starts in, let's see. Let me go back to that. It starts March 21st. So, at 3 p.m. So we could do it if you want. It's totally like up to you. I mean, I like if you want to, if you're not ready or at a spot where like you need to keep working on the you know, your shooting game, that's totally fine. But yeah, it's up to you. Because, you know, I can work on Starground forever. It doesn't... I got plenty of things to occupy my time, unfortunately. But this one would be pretty cool. And I, you know, have been following it, and it's only 3 days, and it just seems like a pretty good one. So... I don't know if there's any... There's probably not any rewards. Oh dear, sweet goes. Not must. I think they meant must not. But yeah, I mean, this one is a possibility. It's the Down to Jam server. It's just a public server now, so you could join and check it out if you want. I think there's there's the website D2Jam, or you can just go to like... It's a really awkward day for me. Yeah, it's all good then. Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't want to pick a jam that like would be a problem for any of us. So yeah, no, that's all good. There's plenty of jams all the time. I know GMTK is probably gonna be during the summer. I think. Unless it already happened or something. Just coming 2025. But I'm pretty sure that... I'll register my interest. Why not? I'm pretty sure it'll be summertime, or at least around summertime for this one, so... No way I got a follower. Let's go. Yeah, there's always a million jams all the time. I mean, all the time. I think there's probably not like one time where you'd have to wait more than a day to start a jam, honestly, you know? Yeah. No, I mean, there's still a bunch coming up. It's literally tomorrow. It starts 3 jams. So, yeah, there's so many on itch. And this is just itch, right? This doesn't even include the tons of other jams that happen on Discord servers and all that stuff, right? So, yeah. There's the Brackies jam, which was cool, but that was, yeah, it starts in 3 days. I'm a little busy for February. I think I'll have some free time, like summertime, as I start to kind of almost head more into polish mode with Starground. So yeah, I don't know. What to see, because June is the seasonal sale. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what I want to do for everything. But yeah. I'll soon end up on itch. Yeah, it is pretty convenient to do jams on itch. It's just easy. So yeah, we're playing a Maxwell. Figure how much you list my availability. Sounds good, yeah. It's probably good to know. Just that I don't look for ones that won't work, so yeah. I should be pretty much free the whole year. I mean, I don't have any plans this year or anything, so really just whatever works. Yeah, I don't feel like pressure or anything to do it though. I'm not like you know, I don't want to like force you to do the jam. If you're busy and stuff, don't worry. Like, it's only if you want to, right? So it's not gonna disappoint me or whatever if you're busy with stuff. It's totally fine. Because I've already got a bunch of stuff to Starground anyways, so I've got things to occupy my time with. Shouldn't they could do wild jams? Yeah, isn't there like a new wild jam like every week for that one? I know that they happen all the time. Or is it every month? Okay, yeah, it's every month. Second Friday of every month. It's kind of crazy. There's so many of them. It's cool though. I mean, you get a lot of games made. But yeah, it is really cool to go through and look at all these different games from this. Memento Mori. Want to do it? I think it would just be fun, a good break from long-term project. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not like pressuring you into it or anything. But yeah, if you're down, then epic. Yeah, I can look for some that would work best for both of us. So I met the last person I worked with to make the tower defense game. Oh, nice. Okay. Or not nice because they didn't use Get Up and stuff. But I guess, yeah. Mixed, yeah. Get rid of that now. Yeah, there's no... one thing, so... I am here to announce, this is not an official thing yet that I'm going to be doing immediately, but Starground does have trading cards unlocked and also Steam Point Shop stuff unlocked. So no promises for when that's coming or anything because it's definitely sort of an optional thing, but at some point, expect to see a batch of Steam stuff. I think the plan is probably going to do like an update that's trading cards, Steam Point Shop stuff, achievements, and maybe workshop support all in one update. Just like a Steam focused update, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not that's not an official announcement on the date or anything, but it's something that could happen. What just happened? My audio cut out. Did I accidentally open my earbud case and then it connected my audio to my earbuds? Yeah, it did. Okay, I guess we're fine now. It's nice for meeting a new person, but that person specifically, yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Jams are really good for that, you know, because everybody's looking for a team, so it's like super easy to just be like, hey, let's make a game, right? Trying to think what else I could do in this list right now. Some of this stuff is a little, maybe a bit beyond for like the smaller update I want to do. Ugh, I need to do the custom skin stuff, but it's so much work. Animating the UV map skins is just a pain. Man, it kind of sucks. Animal noises. Oh, I did want to add the little alien guys here at the space hub. Oh man, I'm tired. You Mazzy have fun with that? Dude, I hate messing with UV stuff. I mean, okay, normally UV stuff isn't like that bad. But, oh my god. When it comes to animating with UV maps, though, it's just the worst, because you have to animate with a gradient. It's so bad. But it's so cool, though. Because it means that you can convert a 2D skin to an animation, a 2D animation, which is awesome. It's really cool, but it's so much work, so I don't know. I'll get it done eventually. I'm not going to do it on stream, though. It's just too boring. Learning UV briefly because I was learning 3D modeling and animations. I can be more familiar with what's going on with doing OSTs for animators. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Never again, yeah. Honestly, I think UV stuff is way easier 3D. It's not easy. But it's like the UV is static. You know, it's like a little bit easier to do, I feel like. But oh my god, when you have to animate it though, it's animating a gradient. You have to grab each pixel from the gradient because you can't like, they're all different weird colors, so it's hard to just like make the color. You have to copy it every time, and it's like, oh, this sucks. Yeah, I don't know. What do I want to do here? I kind of want to like pick the easiest one. Don't even know why you do that. Well, the reason why I do it is because it means you can create a skin for a 2D character. So it means that if people want to customize their Starground guy, they just have to draw a skin and then it's already animated for them. And it's a really cool concept and it works really well. I mean, I have it implemented in the game and it does work. I just have to do all the animations for it though. It's super sick, right? Cause it's just like doing Minecraft skins but for 2D. I mean, it's literally the same. You just draw out the legs and stuff and it's the same. It's really cool. But doing the animation sucks though. But I only have to do it once. It's not that big of a deal. So I don't know. Man, I'm so tired. I don't know if I can do a full 4 hours today. I'll try. But God. I'm on my last legs. Okay, what do we want to do that I can be awake enough for? I don't know, a lot of this is audio stuff. I mean, I don't mind doing audio stuff on stream sometimes, but it's kind of annoying because I have to stop the music, and sometimes it's like tricky to keep the audio balanced for everybody on stream. I don't know if I'll do audio. Whatever, let's work on this thing maybe, the user interface with an ASO. What is a... Sorry, I'm not like an audio man. I know audio stream but output, that's what it is, yeah. Well, usually for audio stuff, I know it's stupid, but I edit the audio in Premiere. but you could do it in FL Studio. I just like having kind of more precision in Premiere with the exact, like, I mean, I know you can put it into, like, the pattern. Oh, OBS doesn't pick up ASIO. Yeah, that's like when you do, like, the audio directly through the headphones or whatever instead of through desktop, right? Because I know it's good for latency. Because I set that up with my keyboard one time, which was, it was good because I tried to play, like, piano through FL Studio with different instruments and stuff, but, like, doing it through desktop, the delay is just way too long and it makes me mess up. It's really weird because it's like, you know, you play a note and then it happens 200 milliseconds later or whatever. It was just messing with me. Because it's like, that thing where you play back what you're saying in your headphones, and so it's just like, it messes you up. It's like that for playing piano. Because I press a note and then I press the other note, and so I think that the last note that I pressed was the wrong note, and so I'm just like, ah. Yeah. But yeah, I wish I had more time to play piano and stuff and make music. I just don't. So much work. So much programming and art. Try putting latency like that, yeah, it's tricky. Okay, well, let's work on this item pickup thing, I guess. What we could do is actually do it straight from the item. Well, there's also cases where I want the player to have an item added to their inventory without it necessarily being picked up from the ground. So I think what I want to do is in the inventory component have a signal for, like, item added, which I think I already actually do. I think I started working on that recently. I think it's the inventory change signal, yeah. But there's a couple different functions in here that will add an item, right? So obviously add item will do it. Whenever it returns true, it means that it's gonna add an item. In this case, actually, if it returns false, that means it added a partial item. So it does technically work. But, I don't know, there's other ones. There's, like, add to index. So I do admit inventory changed on all these cases, but I also would like to do another signal that's just item added, and then I pass in the item that was added, right? So it's like, I don't know, that would just be a good way to do it. Yeah, I guess I could do that. So we're gonna have signal. And then, I guess I'll just pass in the item as the parameter for that signal. So. Oh, so. Because I keep yawning. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just so tired. I got like 4 hours of sleep, which is pretty good. Not good, but kind of kind of actually good. Given what I usually get. But yeah. Okay, add to index. This is one here, so we're gonna say that's true, it is better than 0, but is it though? Always think about that, but honestly, it's like when I stay up, I'm more awake than if I go to bed. I don't know. Like, I feel like just staying up is better than trying to get an hour nap. When you wake up from an hour nap, it's just, it's the worst. Yeah. Oh, so this is a index ID and amount. So I'd actually have to emit something different here. I would emit the item dictionary, which would be mod API dot create item dictionary, which would be the ID and the amount. That could also be a custom resource if you wanted to. I should probably do that, but that's fine. So that should emit it with that item so that I can pass that in. Like if I connect that signal to a function or something, it should pass in that thing that I created, the dictionary. So that'll be convenient, just so I know exactly what was actually done and what was added. Used to stay up for days at a time for work. Oh yeah. And I could still do it if I felt so motivated. Yeah. See, at that second one, you kind of stop being tired. I know, right? It's very interesting how that works. Because it's like if I try and get a little bit of sleep, I'm worse off. If I just get the full snooze time in, then it's better. Well, I mean, if I just stay awake, it's better than the, yeah. Or it's either stay awake or get a full night's rest. I think anything in between just kind of sucks. It's when your brain starts messing with you if you do that for too long. It really does. It doesn't happen all the time to me, but I literally will sometimes, like hallucinate. Where sometimes I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. I will, like, if I'm really tired and I'm trying to stay awake, sometimes I see things that are not real. You know? Yeah, that's when it's kind of a not good. That's a bad time. That's when I have to get a little bit of sleep. I always see this one thing when I'm really tired. I see this like black orb in the corner of my vision on the wall. You know? I don't know if anyone else gets that. The black orb. It's kind of weird. Am I the only one that gets the black orb? Okay, so there's only like two functions for, well, there's add an index and then set item. But then it's just add item. So if I can get that set up, then we should be fully good to go. So here is where it does all the stuff. So I'm going to say item added item. Now down here is tricky because this one only did a half item, right? So it's like, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Also have to figure it out here because item here doesn't necessarily get set to null. Someone so tired I fell asleep with the soda can in my hand and I never dropped it. It's crazy. Tricksters call it the black dog. That is what it is, dude. It's weird. I see like a little black orb in my vision. I'm like, what? What is that? It's like a little alien on the wall. It's scary. Yeah. I'm not at that point right now, but man, I don't want to get to that point. That's when I'm like, you know, this is how I stay awake. I gotta peel the eyes open. So. Okay, get item, check slot filter, set. So all those should be fine. I don't think I actually changed the item stuff. So here's the thing, since the item is a dictionary, if I modify it in any of these functions, right, then that means that it's going to change what gets emitted. So it won't actually be the item that was added, it's going to be the leftover. So I had to be careful about that. Because like right here, you can see I do item.amount minus difference, right? So like actually here, I don't necessarily want to, I don't know, it's tricky because it's like I need to keep track of the original item. So I'm actually just going to do that. Var original item is equal to item.duplicate, right? So that I can pass that in. Because like if I'm doing it, it's fine everywhere else. For set item and add item. Set item is just, I don't modify it, so it's fine to just pass in the item dictionary. Add to index is interesting because I say ID and amount. So I say if it's null, just go ahead and do it. And then say, yeah, emit it. Item added. That one's fine. But this one, I guess it's fine. I don't actually check if it can be inserted with this one, so yeah. Never feel that that motivated anymore, not gonna lie, yeah. Man, sometimes it sucks when there's like something I have to do, but I'm just so not awake for it. You know? It's mostly been with Starground updates where I'm like, I have to put this update up because I promised everybody, so I literally just don't have the option to sleep. That's sort of the times when I get the black dog and the vision. Okay, so this one should work. It'll emit true here with the original item. So that's just going to say that was the thing that was passed in, right? So first it's going to try and do empty slots. So that's going to loop through everything in the inventory and then emit it if it works. But then otherwise it's going to do this stuff. So in this case, this is where it was successful. But this case is where it wasn't, right? So that's what we need to figure out with like, how do I figure out how much was actually added in this step? Because it says like, item added.emit. So it'll do that if the item amount is greater than the stack size. So it'll say item amount minus stack size. So how would I do that? Because let's think here. So like if stack size is 900, let's say, and I can only add in 99, right? Okay, actually, this is adding to an empty slot, so I was actually wrong. So basically, it's just saying if it's less than the stack size, do that. Otherwise, straight up add the item. Interesting, because I return here. Because what if I add something that's more than... I don't know, I have to think about this. I think if I were on a project that required that kind of commitment, I could do it. But to just do it randomly or for my day job, oh yeah, no, that'd be... Probably wouldn't be worth it for that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, it's usually a one-time thing, but... Yeah, it does suck still. So wait, this... I feel like there's an issue here. Because this will look through all the stacks and add it until it can't add to a stack anymore, a pre-existing stack. But my problem here is this one. Because it's going to loop through all the inventory slots and then say, can you add it, right? And if the inventory data is null... So this is an empty slot, we get the stack size. Now here's the thing, it'll say if it's less than the stack size, boom, go ahead and add it. But here's the problem. Is it returns false here, so it only adds a partial item. I think that's for the cases where I think I use that sometimes, where I check if it returned false. But that has caused me a lot of issues in the past. Probably should just do a safe check on this instead of half adding the item, because it's really confusing. So maybe I just run until it can't happen anymore. I just loop through each slot and say, if it already has a stack, add it. So I could maybe optimize this add item algorithm, which would help a lot. Because basically if it can't add the item, it would just immediately return false. But I also want a case where I can add a partial amount of an item. So this is why it's really difficult with this, right? Because it's like, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Because I wonder where I do that in. I think I do that in the items. In the item right here. Because I say add item. Gone equals add item. And so if it's true, then that means that the item is gone. Otherwise, it's going to keep doing it. So this will just happen every frame. So that's kind of the case where I use that. I probably use it in other places, but... Hey, Devato, what's up? Hey, web development? Don't we all? What problem are you running into? Yeah, add partial, like if there's take with temp, you can only pick up 5. Yeah, basically that's what I'm talking about. So like, say there's an item, like a stack of 1,000 items on the ground. It basically, a partial addition would be like this, where it adds as much as it can, but then it returns false once it's full, right? So I just got to be careful about modifying this stuff because it can really cause some problems, right? If I change that behavior, because while it might not seem like a big deal, there are some places where that is an issue, or like where I've relied on that behavior. Really what I need is just a way to keep track of how much an item was added, because that's what I need to know here on this item added.emit thing. Really, right? Because what it's going to do if you pick up a new item, it's going to loop through this and then emit the signal like 50 times, which isn't what's supposed to happen. Like if you pick up all those items, it should just do it in one go. But I guess it's because it literally does happen on different frames. But that seems also like bad. Like why would I spread out the adding of an item to an inventory over multiple frames, right? Shouldn't I just do it in one go and just say like check if it can and then return false when it can't and like do what it can? Because this seems stupid. I create these loops inside of the items themselves, but they don't actually need to exist. Ah, man. My brain's too tired for this logic, trying to figure this out right now. Some kind of buffer where you can add slash subs compare with the player's inventory. Yeah, I mean, what I could do is just originally... Here I can just... I mean, I get the original item. So I could compare the final slot amount, I guess. But that's also what's tricky because this one will add in like bits, right? So it'll say like differences and stuff. Yeah, I mean, really, it's like I would have to check like... I mean, I can emit every time that an item is added, but that's the thing here too, is technically an item is added here too, which is what makes this kind of weird and complicated. It's really easy with this stuff up here with just set and add to index, but yeah, this is not that easy, is it? Man, no wonder this add item function runs so slow. Doing this cool project where my assignment is to create a website/game where the user learns programming by doing puzzles with block programming. Oh yeah. Supposed to be for middle school, where they have never touched programming before. Yeah. Yeah, block programming. I used to do some block programming a long time ago. I think that's... Yeah. Honestly, I think I actually started with regular programming, but I have tried block programming before, and I realized how much it kind of sucks compared to text. But yeah, for children, though, block programming is a good way to like understand logic and stuff. But yeah, I could see how that might be a little difficult. Yeah, right, just to get them, yeah. Just to understand, like, what an if statement is and stuff. Yeah, I could totally see that. Man, I am so tired. Yeah, I thought this was going to be an easy thing, and now I realize it's hard. Yeah. Which kind of sucks. I should probably change this add item function. I mean, I know I rely on this partial addition behavior, but I think I'd break that up into another function. So this would be like add item safe or whatever. So it like will check if it can add it, and if it can add it, it will do it. Otherwise, it just returns false and says I can't do it. Right? Because it just kind of makes more sense, I feel like. There's not a ton of cases where I need to add partial items. For movers and stuff like that, I don't need this whole complicated add item script because it doesn't have to be that hard. Right? Basically, instead of having to loop through like all this stuff and checking the item every time, I just check, can I add the item? And then if so, like, just do it. And I'll have to return false and check if it's false and all that business, right? I don't know. Oh, but it's so much work. I'm so tired. I wish I could sleep right now. Soon. Soon. Okay. Well, I don't know. What am I gonna do here? I mean, I could just check it versus the original, but that's the problem, is that the function runs multiple times, and that's why it doesn't work for checking against the original item. Because say that this function was just, it ran once and when it adds an item. Still entirely understand the problem, because the way you describe it sounds like it's doing what you want minus some big exception. I know, it's because it's stupid and messy. I just need to simplify this function, right? Or break it up into two different ones even. So, okay, basically here's my problem, right? How it works is, let's say we have the player inventory. And let's say we have a pile on the ground with a lot of items. Let's say it's 9,000 items. So when I add that into here, what it's going to do is it's going to pass that 9,000 stack into this function. It's going to say, I want to add 9,999 items. So how it works is basically, for some stupid reason, as soon as one of these is fine, I return. Right? Which is not a good thing, because then what happens is I say, oh, I was able to add 99. And then it returns. There's still... And now this is this, right? There's still 9,900 items that I have to check. So why did I return so early? That's why I'm like, it's kind of stupid how it works right now. Because how I've done it in the past is I do the loop inside of the item script. So I basically say, while this is false, right? So because this added some items but not all of them, this returns false. And so then this item over here is like, oh, it returned false, so let's run it up again, you know? Here's the second iteration. And so it just keeps doing that. Now it goes to like the third iteration. And it does that in the process event. But here's the issue, is that every time it calls that function, it's only ever going to be 99 items in the parameters. So I can't like check how many were actually added because it's spread out across multiple frames, if that makes any sense. What I need to do is stop this whole return false garbage. And only return false when it literally cannot add in any more items. I just need to say like, pass 999 in. It tries to add in as much as it possibly can, right? Where it's like, oh, I was able to add in 999 items. And then it passes in false. so that like if you pick up an item, it'll instantly try and add as much as possible, and then when it can't add anymore, it stops. Does that make more sense? Hopefully. It's just kind of messy how this works. It's kind of a stupid system, so. Yeah, because it shouldn't like give up. This is the issue, is that it just gives up right here because it says return true. Oh yeah, we're done. I give up. Even though it shouldn't. It should just keep running until it's like it literally. This should be more of like a like an if statement thing where it's like runs through all of these checks and it only returns false if all of them are false, right? Instead of just returning false as soon as one doesn't work, because the thing is that it can check this stuff again. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. And yeah, so there is actually some performance impact, and it's just because there's so many buildings that use this, like the movers, for example. Every single mover will run this add item function a lot. One of the ways I want to optimize Starground soon, hopefully, is by having signals in all of this inventory component stuff, right? For inventory changed and add item and stuff, item added, I can set up the movers so that they will only actually try and add an item to a building when the inventory changes. Because right now, how it works, let's say you have a crafter over here and it's making items, you know, he's all like, here's the crafter. And then we have a mover over here that's trying to push items into it, right? The problem right now with Starground is basically what happens is that it's going to say, okay, this inventory is not completely full, so I'm going to try and push in an item every single frame until I can't. But that's not a very good way of doing it. What I should do instead is, like, if we have a conveyor of items here, so it's ready to put an item in, I just want this mover to wait until the crafter has told the mover that it's time to add an item, right? Signal, like a signal-based approach like this is going to be way faster than how I currently have it set up. It's going to really speed up the performance of movers because it just doesn't have to check every single frame, right? So that's how that would work, is like I add an item here, then inventory change, and then it calls another signal to the mover to say, hey, my inventory just changed, or I consumed an item or crafted an item or something, right? And it also helps the opposite way, right? If we have a mover like this and the mover is taking items out of the crafter, instead of having to check constantly if it can take something out, it just waits for the crafter to go ahead and say, hey, I made an item, go ahead and check now. Right? And then that brings us from running 60 times every single second to like once every 4 seconds or whatever, right? That's an enormous speed up. So I am planning eventually on implementing that, but it's hard because there's so many things that like I don't know, it's complicated. So I'm going to be working on it. And part of that is making this add item function a little less stupid. I think the problem is that if I make that change, it breaks any machine that doesn't rely completely on these functions to add items to the inventory component. There's a couple machines, I think, still that will just directly access the inventory. So it'll just say like inventory data, you know, you get the idea, dot data at slot 0 is this. And the problem is that if there's any building that does this, movers will not work. Because if we move to a signal system, it changes everything, right? Oh, you get the idea. Signals are one of the best things in Godot. They are. Signals are so nice. Yeah. I do love my signals. Make everything way easier. I wish I just used them more when I initially designed stuff like this, right? And it's just because I just didn't know that signals existed back when I added movers and stuff and did all their code. Which unfortunately means we have to refactor if we want to implement signals. So it's kind of a whole thing. But eventually we will try and get signals set up for that. I'm sorry about the yawning. Yeah. Should pin on the best things of Godot, yeah. There's a lot of good things about Godot. I mean, honestly, an easy pick, nodes. Nodes are super interesting because they allow for really easy and creative ways that you can like both optimize games and just configure their structure. It allows for a lot of really cool things. So like, I kind of like some of the limitations with the nodes. Like one thing I actually do like is that they can only have one script. It kind of, that limitation almost makes everything more organized and better. If you could have multiple scripts per node, I think that would be a nightmare. But I do love the node system because it just breaks it up into such a intuitive and good way for game development, right? Where it's like, here's an item, and it's like, I want a thing that plays a sound. I go ahead and add it, right? It's really cool. I mean, you can't really do that with just pure inheritance because it's like, if I wanted this item to play a sound or something, I would have to inherit a sound script or a sound function from a parent script. But I really like this component-based kind of thing where it's like, to add on a chunk of functionality to this thing, I just drag it into the scene, right? I don't have to like, I don't know, deal with all this inheritance, right? I think that's one of the coolest things about Godot. And it's definitely weird to get used to, right? Because most people just aren't used to that entity component structure or whatever. Most people learn inheritance in school and stuff. And it's the same for me because I was like, I don't know, learning how to do nodes was weird at first because it was a very strange to me. Like, how does this even work? What are nodes? What do they do? Like, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. But once you figure it out, it's like pretty cool. And you can make your own too, which is awesome. Since you can use a node with children as an array and iterate it through it. Yeah, right? Yeah. I know, it's really cool. It's very interesting. Because that's like some of what I'm talking about with like how it opens up these really, really interesting ways of like organizing your game and the scene tree, right? Because it's like you can have like a node be more of a placeholder node where it's just a node that holds a list of other nodes, right? So I don't know, it's really cool that everything is a node. I think it's a really, really epic architecture. I can't wait to mess with it more. You know, just with Starground and with other games in the future. Because there's a lot of ways you can make games really optimized and robust, you know? Some people create their own personal dependencies though, yeah. That is true. You do have to kind of be careful with that. One of the things I don't like about nodes is how difficult it can be to access them sometimes, especially for children nodes. Like, I know that the route for that is to signal up and then reference down, you know, because it helps prevent having to call get parent 5,000 times. But it's not always exactly easy to do that in practice, though. But even with that said, I think there's a lot of ways to get around that, though. Kind of avoid the pitfalls of that. But yeah, you can end up with some wacky, weird things, though. I think the thing I love about nodes is, like, it's not necessarily easier than inheritance, but I think if you spend the time and it, like, gives you more freedom for how you want to organize stuff, right? Because it's like with nodes, I feel like I can do it in kind of any way I want. I could just drag in nodes as, like, components, or I could have, like, I could do a mix of inheritance and component stuff. I could have components that inherit other components. There's a million different ways you can do it. But yeah, other stuff I really love about Godot. I know it does get hate, but I do like the physics system in Godot. I think the concept of the physics system is really good. I do think it needs more work, though. It does have a lot of jank, but I mean, compared to a lot of other engines that do like 2D physics stuff, I think it's super intuitive. Because it's just, everything is, it's like if you want stuff to collide, give it a collision box, right? And then it just does. So it's very nice. And it's like, oh, you want it to process movement in the script? Say move and slide. Trying to do that with a game maker? No. Doesn't work like that in Game Maker. In Game Maker, first off, you have to create a function that will detect whether you are colliding. There's no like native collision stuff in Game Maker. So you have to say, if I move this number of pixels, am I going to be colliding with a thing at that pixel coordinate, right? Which is a whole thing. So that's one of the reasons why it sucks in Game Maker. And it's just hard. It's so much easier in Godot, dude. But yeah. Yeah, and Godot audio is getting way better too. I like that they have like the playlist stuff. And man, being able to play the effects in Godot like this, like just adding on a reverb filter and stuff is so nice. I was never able to do anything like that with Game Maker. I really love the particle system in Godot also. It's similar to how it was sort of set up in Game Maker, but it's just so much better doing it through the GUI instead of having to do it in code, because that always sucked. The audio also in Godot is like way better. Because Game Maker is kind of silly with audio sometimes. I like that the buses in Godot are really easy to do. There's also masks, which would have solved me so many problems with Game Maker. Luckily, I haven't really had to mess with a lot of that stuff since this game is not local multiplayer. It's just online. But it's really nice to have all those options for audio. Where did my item go? There it is. The major patch with the crunchy audio. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never got any crunchy audio, but... So masking for audio is basically just saying it's like a region that can hear a sound or whatever, right? For the area mask. I mean, it gives a description right here. It determines which area 2D layers affect the sound, reverb, and audio bus effects. Oh. Okay, actually, it's not what I thought. But, let's see. Use a redirect playing a certain audio bus. Interesting. Okay, so basically the masking with the audio is saying, like, if it's in a certain region, then move it to a specific bus. So that, like, let's say that you have a player inside of a water zone, then it applies the reverb and low pass and distortion and whatever, right? So that's how that works. That's actually kind of useful, though. So I guess you can add an area 2D. And then you can just give it like an audio bus. Yeah, so this is how you would do it. You basically say like the override is on and then set music or whatever. So if an audio emitter enters that area, then it turns into the new bus, which is actually really cool. Because it allows you to do like audio in situations where like different zones are next to each other. Like if you have an ocean or a mountain next to each other or something. It's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, there's a million things that's really cool about Godot. I could go on and on forever about it. But that's such a just way better time with it than Game Maker. I'm grateful that I don't have to do Game Maker anymore. Oh, I'm so out of it, man. I'm just like trying. But this is the kind of thing that I really want to sit down and actually focus on. It's really hard to focus when I'm this tired. That's my struggle right now. I want to fix this and make it not stupid, but I'm so tired. Man, I don't even know. Sitting here with Godot and just listening to your rant, yeah. I don't want to have such an unproductive stream today, but I'm just like... Because all this stuff, it seems like it's kind of not that bad, but it's actually kind of hard. The custom skin stuff sucks because it's animating with UV maps. unresearch command is actually more complicated than you think, because I have a bunch of functions that add research, so that's super easy to do a research command. But to undo it, I don't think I have the, like, I don't have code set up for that, so I don't know. I don't know how that would work. Mod dependency stuff can kind of be a little complicated. You're gonna have to run through a list of all the dependencies, then leave a warning. I know, right? That is what I did. Now, fish going in directly in inventory isn't like hard, but the problem is that I don't want to add that until I add the notification for items being added. So that's that doesn't work. The fish size stuff is kind of also a whole thing, because that means I'm gonna have to go through every single fish and give it a range of sizes that it can be. Then I probably want to have some little animation or something of the player holding the fish, which means that it's another thing I have to do with the UV map. Oh, dear God. Another animal's a whole thing. More animal noises. I said I don't want to really do much audio stuff this stream, because it's boring and hard to like balance on stream. I wanted to do little alien guys that walk around the space hub, but that's a lot of drawing, and then also I have to work on pathing and stuff, which is a whole thing. Description for land tiles is pretty easy, but linking inventories to Steam IDs, that's kind of hard, because I have to grab the Steam ID from every player that connects and then save it in a list of inventories, and if you use the fishing rod and the thing that lands on land, it still plays a water sound? I think I have it set up so that it'll only play a water sound if it actually goes on water. But let's try it out though. Let's go confirm this. I'm running out of water. Add. That is unfortunate. Okay, anyways, let's try out this fishing business, as you say. So you're saying if you drop the bobber on the land, it still makes the water noise? Because it doesn't. Is it playing a water noise for you when you do that? I don't know, I don't seem to be getting the same problem. I don't know. I need to add more fish and stuff. Okay, ads are over. Sorry about that. Yeah, Oshigo's asking, so if you do the bobber on the land, you're saying it'll make a water noise? Because it doesn't seem to be doing that for me, so I don't know. Yeah, also I think these have a stone sound, yeah. Let's go fix the fence audio. Almost everything has the stone sound, but some of this should be wood. Whatever, it's like in the rock. Or that's actually just like what the tree says. Yeah, sound should be that, actually. I'm just gonna go to class name fence. Is that the same for the fence gate? Okay, yeah. Just say sound as that. Oh, and then also to inherit ready. Okay. Let's go ahead and rebuild one, just to make sure that fixed that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, let me mark that down. That's something I kind of forgot. Where fences played a stone sound. Wood when being broken. Alright. I don't know how I feel about that placing sound. I know for larger buildings I have like a big sound. Basically what I do is I just pitch shift it down. I guess it's fine. I don't even remember how I made that sound. I know it was one of the sounds that I actually made and I didn't just grab from free sound. But I don't remember how I did it. I think I just hit my microphone. But I don't know. That's it. I'm building the house. Putting plants in here. Yeah. What do you guys think of my epic house? Put decorations all around. Yeah, this house is so epic. Man, I am insane right now. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I want to make these not be so hard to break. I noticed that they're really stupid to break for some reason, because I have it set up so that the stone walls break in one hit. So I don't know why those are so. Oh, I know why. It's because I forgot. And so fences and fence gates can be broken in one hit. Okay. What other bits and bobs do we want to do? I don't think many people have ran into issues, which is good, actually. I'm kind of surprised, because you'd think that there'd be more, but there just hasn't been, so... I mean, some people have mentioned, like, some performance stuff, but I am going to try and hopefully do that mover optimization soon, which will help a lot. One person couldn't run it on their computer, but it's because their graphics card is, like, 10 years old and doesn't support Vulkan, so... Move the inventory, that's already a thing. I don't know. Some people kept having this stubborn issue where... like, I don't know what the deal is. Apparently when somebody else is on the second level of the dungeon, and the mini diadematuses are spawning in, it lags out the game. It's really annoying, because I can't seem to figure out, like, what's even really causing that issue. It's really weird. I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with creating an object. But it's like one of the weirdest issues I've ever ran into before. I'm not sure. I fixed it for single player by calling deferred on it, but apparently it's still a thing on multiplayer. People have said. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that eventually and try and figure that one out, because it's a very weird one. But yeah. Unresearched command. What do I need to do for that? I'd have to mark the research as not being complete anymore. And then I'd also have to loop through the research info table and delete all the items that have been added for the research. So it's kind of a whole thing. It would be kind of useful though, I guess, for testing new researches. So like if I already researched it or something, I can unresearch it and try it out. I should have I might actually modify the research command so there's a research all command. Maybe we should do that. Research command. Yeah, because that would be kind of nice. So what is this? This is if it has args 1. Okay, if it has the, yeah. So I'll just say if args 1 is equal to all else, elif the research table has the research. Then if it's that, so that's the second argument. I always forget about that one, but that's saying the level of the research, right? I'm pretty sure. Because I can say like, yeah. I'll say research level. So if research all, then what I'm going to do for that is for I and global.research table main.set research I true. What is true? Maybe I do have the ability to disable it. Maybe. Oh yeah, I can say complete as false. But when would I even use that? Because here I just say complete false. I don't even mention complete anywhere, so what is that even for? Right? Oh, if complete. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Oh well, but yeah, so what this should do then is doing, that should research everything. So let's give that a try. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Doesn't really matter what the world is. I just want to test the command. Oh. Slash research all. So did it do it? Kind of? But no. Oh, that's really weird. Because it'll, like, do it. Like, I have all the items for it, but it didn't actually research them, which is very strange. Apparently, though, it researched the thumper speed, which doesn't make any sense. So I wonder why that is. So I guess what's the problem here? I said for I in research table, main.set research. Weird. Is it just because I didn't... I don't know. I don't know why I would set the items, but not actually finish the research. That's kind of weird. Main.set research. Alright, so this is what I say here. Also, command research.set research, there really should be RPC ID 1. Okay. Well, actually, would it be RPC ID 1? It probably would be. It's actually probably because it doesn't actually... that's probably what it is. Well, that's kind of annoying. Because setting research is just saying set it to that research, right? Which doesn't work. Because what I need to say is, like, don't just set it, but immediately also mark it as being finished. Because that's kind of in the process, it'll be like that. I don't know. Oh, everything today is so hard. I just want to sleep. That's all I want. I mean, technically the command works, but it means that you're going to have to go through every single research and click start before it actually announces and marks it as being actually completed. It's weird. Yeah. I don't know, very odd. God. I'm so tired. I might end stream here. I know it's way early, but I'm just like, I can't get anything done right now. I'm wasting time. Ugh. I need sleep. Well, hopefully I kind of have everything more finalized for the next major update soon so that we can actually work on that this weekend. That's probably what we're going to start doing. As for this update, I don't know when it's going to be ready, but it shouldn't take very long. I mean, I'm probably not going to do every single one of these if I'm being completely honest. I'll try and do a couple though. I would like to add in the alien guys that walk around. We don't really have to do another animal. I mean, it'd be cool and all, but it's sort of like, not really necessary. I'll just do this. And start breaking this up, right? Research command, custom skins. I still am conflicted about whether I want custom skins to be part of a major update or not. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, I've got a lot planned out though. Might not have much time to. I don't know. Well, I hate to end stream so early, guys, but I am so tired. I just can't. I cannot go on. I have to sleep. There's stuff I want to add, but my brain is not not okay with it right now. So yeah, I think I'm just way too sleepy. I'm sorry, guys. Tweaking right now, experiment on how to do the levels for the website, but I can't really find a good way to do this. Oh yeah. Levels, yeah. I mean, it could just be like each level's a new page, right? I mean, these are children, right? It doesn't really matter if you can cheat, because they're not going to know how. Right? But I don't know, maybe that's not a good way of doing it or something. I'm stupid. I don't make websites, so I don't know. But yeah. Okay. I'm probably gonna go raid Incandescent because he's playing Starground. Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, I don't know really how you would do this kind of thing. I've never really made like a website this complicated, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah, fortunately I don't know. View. I've never view language. Yeah, I don't know. But I hope you get it figured out. Yeah, I've never messed with like server. I mean, technically I did a little bit in university, but it was kind of stupid. They didn't really actually teach me anything. So like it was kind of not very useful for me. I don't know. Well, we're gonna go raid Incandescent. Sorry to end off the stream so soon. I'm just so tired. I'm just not feeling it right now. I can't think. I'm trying to like, I want to fix the add inventory stuff, but I just can't do it right now. I'm just too sleepy. So, but yeah, I will do better on Friday. I promise, guys. I'm sorry. I just need to sleep. I knew this would happen today. Like, I was honestly kind of debating not streaming today, but I wanted to get a little bit of time in on Starground. So that's sort of where I was at. Yeah, let's go raid Incandescent. I'm gonna start the raid. Well, thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I apologize, it was extremely short today, but man, I am just so tired. I need to sleep. You know, every once in a while there's gonna be a stream like that where you're just out of it. And today is that day for me right now, so yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, buy Starground if you want. It's still on sale, I think, for like another day or something. Join the Discord if you want. And yeah, this update should be up pretty soon. And I'll see you all on Friday at 3 p.m. Again, sorry that I am tired. But yeah, just gonna be following it up. I will. I'll keep it open. All right. Okay, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.